Hello and welcome to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. We are continuing our interviews with mayoral candidates, and today we have Mr. Darren Cyr with us. He's still the city council president, but right now he's with us to talk about his decision to run for mayor. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I am great. I am great. I am great. Darren, you've been involved, with the city for so long at city hall. First when Mayor McGee announced his decision to not seek re-election, what were your thoughts on that? And was this something that you always had in mind of running for mayor, or was this something that you thought you just give it a shot at this point?
Anybody who's a politician in the city of Lynn, whether you're a city council or on the school committee, at one point or another, you think about running for mayor because you can always think you could do a better job, that you have some better ideas. And I'll be honest with you that the last few years, I wasn't really thinking about it. I've been friends with Mayor McGee, Tommy, for many, many years. Our wives are very close. So as long as he was going to be mayor, I would never run for mayor. When he made the decision not to run, people had been approaching me for quite a while to run. So he made the decision for me when he chose not to run.
Mhm. And with you, you've been involved for such a long time, and
Yep.
being city council president, there's so much responsibility that you have. That preparing you for this moment for you to go out campaign, and if this opportunity, if you do get into, you're fully prepared for it.
Absolutely. I've been a city councilor for 16 years. For the last 4.5, I've been council president. I don't think I ever realized how hard any council president ever had to work. It's absolutely a full-time job. You're involved in every aspect of every decision that's made in the city. When I became council president 4.5 years ago, when Judy was the mayor, Kennedy, city was faced with some heavy burdens that were coming. We were looking at a extremely large deficit. We had spent the whole year working on that before Mayor McGee came in. Once Mayor McGee came in, the council, the mayor's office, and CFO really started taking a look and working together on the budget. And we actually have a surplus, even though we're under the situation we're under with the COVID. We're actually not in bad shape right now.
Mhm. And you just talked about how extremely busy you were and how a lot of work that you had to do. And then last year it didn't make it any easier. COVID happened. We had so many people going out of work. The cases in the city was just going through the roof. And I know a lot of the members of the city council, you all were out there, as far as trying to help I know you guys were doing the stuff with the Salvation Army, as far as the food donations and all that. Was that just like, oh man, this is one of your most challenging years as a council member?
Absolutely. I had been watching this for a few months before it actually hit America. I was watching and reading what was going on in China, and I could see it coming. And when it did get here to America, it was so devastating in so many ways. And I knew so many people were going to be impacted by this. And the councilors all got together, try to come up with a plan, try to figure out what the best way the council could help out. And what we knew, there was going to be food shortages. We knew that right up front. And the council raised close to $200,000 in donations. We got trucks donated, we got equipment donated. The fire department, police department, many private citizens all joined forces. And as recently as we probably have surpassed 6 million meals in the last year that have been provided to families. I can't tell you how many thousands and thousands of seniors that we were taking care of for months last year, shut-ins, people who were hit by the pandemic, that were their entire families that couldn't get out. So every night, we were delivering food boxes to many families. I mean, it was just overwhelming. And then on top of that, you got to worry about all the kids that aren't going to school. How are we going to open up the schools? Working together with the mayor to try to get everybody vaccinated. We've been doing a really good job with that in the last few months.
Mhm.
But with all of that being said, you still got a city you got to run, a budget you got to put together. The council still had to have a lot of meetings, and we couldn't let the city shut down completely. There's development that's taking place, special permitting that has to come in front of the council, zoning board issues, health issues, all kinds of things going on all the time.
Yeah, it definitely. And this particular race is going to be very intriguing because all the three candidates that I have found right now, all three have worked together in some way, shape, or form
Right.
within the past couple of years. So you have three candidates who know what's happening, who know each other really well, and it's everybody has the same vision, but it's just three characters who just been working with the city for a while now.
Right. Well, I mean, one thing I've learned over all the years of being involved in politics, involved in working and helping out in the city, is you can't take anything personally. Everybody has a right to run,
Yeah.
and everybody has different ideas as to how the city should be run, what the future of the city is. Jared's a good guy. Mike's a good guy. Both of them, they work hard on the school committee. I just think I bring actually, I feel as though I bring a lot more to the table.
And one thing we got, well, one thing is going to be different this year is the campaigning. With the COVID and
Yeah.
the social distancing and all that. How does the campaigning going to affect you not being able to maybe go have as many people as you want in one area? You have to do it small crowds, and you probably would have to do more so going out than and separating everybody than you would in normal years when you could just have a lot of people in one gathering. How much do you think that's going to impact the way you're doing things?
I think it's going to impact not just our race, but all the races in the city. One thing I'm finding out is it's not as easy to go knocking on people's doors to ask for signatures. So doing a lot of that through social media. A lot of people are reaching out to me saying they want to sign my papers. So it's actually it's more of a one-on-one
Mhm.
type of thing. You're not rushing through a neighborhood to get as many signatures as quickly as you can.
Mhm.
The mayor's race, you have to get 500 signatures to be certified. You want to get at least 20% more than that, which doesn't sound like a lot in a city of 100,000, but I can tell you after years and years of getting signatures, it's a huge task.
Mhm.
It's one that I think that we're up for, but we have a lot of people that are helping us out, and people are taking our papers, and the response has been just overwhelming and humbling, to be honest with you.
Uh, in your opinion, can you tell us what may be some of the similarities and differences in being city council president, and since you've worked with two mayors now, and
Yep.
and being a mayor, since you have the experience of being the city council and seeing two different mayors operate in the city.
Right. But both of them completely different in their ways of working and doing things. Both were extremely intelligent people that I worked with. As a ward councilor, you're mostly concerned about your own ward, dealing with constituent issues, everything from sidewalks, street plowing, streets being cleaned, gutters, water and sewer issues, park problems, neighborhood problems, all kinds of things like that. When you become council president, you're dealing with citywide issues. You're a lot more involved in the process of uh, doing the budget. You're a lot more involved in zoning issues, special permitting issues. You're involved in every aspect of what goes on in the city in every single ward.
Mhm.
It's a challenging thing. I mean, I thought that working as a ward councilor, the amount of hours that I was putting in with all the neighborhood different groups, the
Mhm.
park cleanups, the neighborhood cleanups, just the issues that were going on. I thought that was a lot of work.
Mhm.
Being the ward councilor, ward council president, it's a 24-hour a day job, 7 days a week.
Mhm.
I've always said that I've always worked 2 jobs. This has become more than a full-time job, but it's a job that I enjoy doing, and I want to just take it to the next level, and that's to be the mayor.
Mhm.
I think I've proven through my leadership and my experience, not only that I can handle it, I believe in leadership by example, and I think I've, exemplified that.
Yeah, yes, definitely. And with with things coming up, that it's the next couple months coming up. Those who do wish to run for mayor, they have until June 28th to file their papers. But as for you, if people want to talk to you, if people want to know more information about your campaign, please give them the social media pages, the website, all that good stuff.
So you can reach out to me. This is my cell phone number, 781-710-8985. That's my cell phone number. I give it out to anybody and everybody who asks for it. My private email is dpcyr@hotmail.com. I'm available, through City Hall. I've always had an open door policy. As council president, you can reach out to Terry Young or Lisa, who's up in our office, to get an appointment. You can come in and see me. I'm there every Tuesday night, and if I have to be there on weekends, I'm there all anytime needed to be. So
Do you have a Facebook page for your campaign as well?
I do have a Facebook page. I'll be right up front with you. I'm learning how to use all of the social media
Yeah.
things. I have a lot of people who are training,
Yep.
who are teaching me, who are frustrated with me. Um, it is frustrating on my part, but it's also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting. I'm a little older than the other 2 candidates, but I'm not that old where I can't learn stuff.
Yeah. All right. Then I'll just plug in the Facebook page, the name of the Facebook page.
Pardon?
The name of the Facebook page. Give everybody the name.
It's Darren Cyr from there.
Okay, awesome. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we will be conducting more interviews with candidates who filed their papers for the mayoral race. Once again, June 28th, that is the last day to file the papers, and we will have more coverage on the mayoral race as the months go on. We will be speaking with all 3 candidates at some point in the summer as things heat up, and we could all could give you more information about this race. But once again, we'd like to thank Mr. Darren Cyr for coming on and just talking to us about his decision for running for mayor. We really appreciate all he's been doing.
Thank you.
No problem. And with that, you guys have been watching the Lynn Lowdown. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.